Welcome back, friends. Today we are going to talk about 5 stages of grief. With this pandemic, unfortunately, a lot of us we lost someone that we love. Suddenly, we have feelings like pain. Your stomach feels sick. Your head does not stop crying. You feel like a hole in your stomach with cold wind passing through it. It's not a nightmare, and the reality it's right there. And unfortunately won't change when you open your eyes. The 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Many people do not experience the stage of grief in the order that we just said it or listened, which is perfectly okay and normal. The key to understanding the stage is not to feel like you must go through every one of them in the precise order. Instead, it's more helpful to look at them as guides in the grieving process. It helps you understand and put into a context where you are. So let's start with the first one. We said it's denial and isolation. The first reaction to learning about the terminal illness, loss, or death of a cherished loved one is to deny the reality of the situation. This isn't happening. This can be happening. People often think that it's not real. And that's totally okay. It's a normal reaction to realize our overwhelming emotion. Denial is a common defense mechanism that buffers the immediate shocks of the loss, numbing us to our emotions. Have you ever felt like that? I did, and it's hard. We start to believe that life is meaningless and nothing is of any value any longer. Then we have anger. As the masking effect of denial and the isolation begins to wear, reality and its pain reemerge. We are not ready. The anger may be towards things, people who we love, family members. We might start to show angry behaviors and look for trouble as an excuse to express the madness we are carrying inside us. Anger may be directed at our dying or deceased loved one. Why did you do that to me? Rationally, we know the person is not to be blamed. Emotionally, however, we may resent the person for causing us pain or for leaving us. We feel guilty for being angry, and this makes us more angry. Bargaining. The normal reaction to feelings of helplessness. Bargaining. The normal reaction is feeling that we can control something. And we start thinking, well, if only I was there. If I only could do something more. If only we had self-medical attention sooner. If. Trying to move our reality in the past. This is an attempt to bargain. This is a weaker line of defense to protect us from the painful reality. Guilt often accompanies bargaining. We start to believe there was something we could have done differently to help some to save our loved one. Is that true? It's not. And then that's why it comes to depression. Now, there are 2 types of depression that are associated with mourning. The first one is predominated by sadness and regret. We worry about the cost of a burial. We worry about the cost of the funeral. We worry about everything that can be made And that's the next one is depression. Now, there are two types of depression that are associated with the mourning. The first one is predominated by sadness and regret. We worry a lot about the cost of the funeral. We worry that in our grief we have spent less time with others that depend on us. This phase might be eased by simple clarification and reassurance. The second type of depression is more subtle and, in a sense, perhaps more private. It's our quiet preparation to separate and to bid our loved one farewell. We have then acceptance. Reaching this stage of grieving is a gift, not afforded to everyone. So we might or we might not arrive at this type of stage. Death may be sudden and unexpected, or we may never see beyond our anger or denial. It's not necessarily a mark of bravery to resist the inevitable and to deny ourselves the opportunity to make our peace. This phase is marked by calm. This is not a period of happiness and must be distinguished from the depression. Coping with the loss is ultimately a deeply personal and singular experience. Nobody, and when I say nobody, nobody can help you go through it more easily or understand all the emotion that you are going through. But others can be there for you. And that's important, that if you are in this stage or you lost someone you love, it has to be very clear in your mind. People are there for you. Resisting it only will prolong the natural process of healing. So don't act like, or don't let others act like nothing happened. Don't try to go about your day and your life thinking that will help you to embrace the loss. It's not. It will never do. And actually, if the people around you don't let you cry in peace, giving you the time that you need to realize what's happening, to process it, then in your heart you will start to have sad and angry feeling towards those people. They let you now cry with the person that you loved and you lost.